how are you doing? My name is Joseph Ngugi, one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind. I'm here for a short live stream tonight. If you are new to this group, welcome to really the best pre-PT community that I know of. If you know another one, I mean, introduce me to it. But really, it's the best because of the people that are here. You, individuals that are just hungry to just learn everything possible about how to leverage yourself as you get into this profession of physical therapy. Junior, how are you doing? Good to see you. And really tonight, I just want to share a story tonight. Bindu, how are you doing? I want to share a story of an experience that I went through last year. AT, how you doing, brother? And really for you as a pre-PT, it really, like, it carries a different perspective, especially after the announcement that Casey and I announced last night. What's up, bro? And if you missed last night's live stream, please tune into that. We have a giveaway worth $2,000 or more. But really, I want to tell you a little bit about my experience in the summer of 2017. Shanahan, how you doing? Karen, how you doing? And really, this is what I want to talk about, because this is going back to the basics. This old school skill set is what a lot of us are missing now as pre-PTs. And I want to share that. Megan, how you doing? I want to share that with you tonight through my story. It's not going to be a long live stream, but as you're listening, if you feel like you can relate with some of the struggles that I'm going to describe to you, feel free to let me know in the comments, just so we're able to converse about it. But honestly, this is what happened to me, because I think it was, I can't remember if it was April of 2017 or a little bit before. I had a conversation with my sister, and my sister's currently in college. She's the middle child, so it's myself, the firstborn, my sister, then my baby brother. And I remember talking with her. She'd just come from a trip to Los Angeles. And yes, this has to do with you as pre-PTs, but she'd just come from a trip in Los Angeles. She's currently pursuing film and a few other things. And she's been the one out of our family that's always really kind of pushed for her own dreams. I did it afterwards. Honestly, she's like a big little sister to me, because she's the one that showed me how to go after what I wanted. Everything that I tell you guys, I really saw her do it first. And she's a few years younger than myself, 3 years younger. And really just seeing her, Gabby, how you doing? Liz, how you doing? And really just seeing her go after it. Like she planned a trip with her best friend to go to Los Angeles. They were going to try to get associated with as many people as possible. She was able to connect with one of the stars from, Black Panther way before it even started, way before it was even released. She was able to meet a few other celebrities, but really what she wanted to do was find people that were smaller, not as big on the scene, not necessarily Hollywood size, but people that were just on their grind, people that were on their journey towards the dream that she was trying to create in film. And so I remember watching that. I remember seeing that and saying, like, why in the world is she able to go after what she wants? And I've never really been able to push myself. I'm a pretty calculated person. I'm pretty okay, like naturally. I'm okay when I can see the end result. It's kind of like being a pre-PT. It's pretty comfortable when we can see the end result of being accepted into PT school. It's pretty easy when we know that our GPA is solid. It's pretty easy when we know that our, PT cast is all set and ready to go. It's pretty easy when we know that our GRE is great. It's easy when we know our essay is solid. It's easy when all those things line up. But what if they don't? And for me, I've always found a lot of comfort in just knowing that things were laid out for me and that I had calculated everything. But she was the first person that showed me how to jump outside of that box that I built for myself. What's up, Jakari? Like, she taught me how to, just work outside of that box and just go for what I wanted. And so I remember thinking, all right, there's this opportunity that has been presented to me. And I was a student at the time. I was a PT student. There's this opportunity in Florida that's been presented to me. I'm still a student. I knew that I was going to be in another state at that time, so it was going to be interesting. But the opportunity was to meet a number of other PT professionals, PT students, pre-PTs like yourself that were just pushing the agenda in physical therapy. And I was like, man, like, that for me was scary. Like, I was scared. I was scared to jump onto the train that I'm about to explain to you tonight. I was scared to to do something that was not calculated, to do something that was not as 1+1 as I had always wanted everything to be. Like with my grades, I know when my grades are going to be great. I could always tell you when I was going to do bad in a class way before the semester was done. I could tell you when I was going to do well in a class, but this was the first time that I was going to take a jump that ultimately saved my career, ultimately led to what is now pre-PT grind. This would have never happened if I had not done this jump. But it's also going back to basics, because right now as pre-PTs, right now as students, period, we have this online accessible to us. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. We have ways that we can connect with other professionals in PT. We have ways that we can connect with other winners in PT. And it's great. It's great. Now, if you don't use it, if you're not taking advantage of it, you might be missing out, because there are people that you won't necessarily be able to meet face to face. I have met so many of you, and we've never met face to face, and we've been able to work through a lot of different things together. So there's advantages to having online, but there's also a danger to having online be your primary avenue for communicating with people. Joey, how you doing? And that's what I had done up until that point. I had built some strong relationships with other PTs that were like business owners, things that I was trying to do that I had never really had the courage to go out and do, things that I had never really seen my family do, because they had just never seen the world that way. I'm an immigrant, all the way from Kenya, and all these different things had just been very foreign to me. But after seeing my sister pursue what she wanted, after seeing my sister say, screw it, I'm going to go to LA, I'm going to do what I have to do, I'm going to hustle, I'm going to try to meet all these different people, I realized I had to make the leap. I had to make the leap, and I had to take these relationships that I was building online, take them offline. So I bought a ticket to Clearwater, Florida, to Smart Success PT Live, which is what we already announced. If you missed it, last night Casey and I announced that we are actually going to give away a free ticket, flight, hotel, everything to that event. But that's the event that changed my life. I remember not being able to go for the whole event, and I felt like I had never been to an event like it before. Every other conference that I'd ever been to was all boring, a bunch of older people lecturing me on things that I didn't really care about. But I had never been in an environment that was that enriching in terms of the energy. The people that were there all wanted to be there. The people that were there were just ridiculously hungry. You had people that were where I wanted to be. You had people that were they wanted to be. And so you were just having this group of people that was just powering each other up. Honestly, not only Greg Todd, who was the one, it's his conference, but just meeting every single person that I had seen online in person. It changed everything for me. It changed. Honestly, Joey's on here right now. I had the opportunity to meet Joey a few weeks ago in Orlando. That changed our relationship. Joey and I had worked together on a few different things. That changed our relationship. I had the opportunity to, Casey and I have, gone to school together, so we knew each other already, but we got to meet our students from the accepted system. We got to meet them in person. We had 10 of them that showed up, and meeting them in person, maybe it's just me and I'm just kind of crazy, but I got almost a little too excited, because it was just yo, y'all, I think they were yo, these guys are real, and these guys are pretty, it's what we've seen online. Joseph is pretty hype, Casey is pretty savvy, but honestly, for us, it was even that much more exciting, because I was yo, shoot, it's y'all. We had invested so much time into them. We had spoken with them on the phone. We had seen them on videos, commenting just like you are right now on live streams. We were yo, it's you guys in person. We got to take them out to dinner and just converse. But there was something about the old school method of doing something face to face, meeting somebody face to face, that completely changes the game for you. Because online, we can honestly show whatever we want to show. For all you guys know, I could be, I've been at this long enough that you guys know I'm not playing around. But if I did a live stream once, who knows who I am? You're not going to know somebody until you get to know them more and more and more. That's why we do so many live streams, because the more live streams you see, the more you're these guys are pretty consistent. What's up, Cody? How you doing, brother? Cody's gonna be coming in this group soon. Y'all gonna be thanking him real soon. But honestly, like, it was like, yo, like, in person, like the trust between you and other people. Donette, I got to meet Donette. Like, the trust that you build with other people when you see them face to face completely outweighs what you can do online. It completely outweighs what we can do via Messenger. If I'm messaging you, some of y'all have reached out to me and I'll send you like a little voice message and you're like, oh shoot, okay. Like, I mean, like it outweighs that. It outweighs that. And so for me to go and invest time, invest money, it wasn't cheap, but I had to find a plane. I was like, hey, if my sister's gonna do this for herself and she was younger than me, I gotta follow after her. So I bought a plane ticket. I was only in Florida. I was only there for 24 hours. Most people were there for the whole weekend. I had another like internship I was at, so I wasn't able to go for that long, but I was there for one entire Sunday. From Saturday night to early Monday morning, really. But I was there for a little over 24 hours, and it changed the entire game for me. It changed the game for me because it allowed Casey and I to realize that what we were doing had the potential to get there. Had the potential for us to actually get to meet you guys in person. Had the potential for us to take this offline. Like, that's the goal. Like, I mean, don't think that all I want to do is just do a live stream. I'll do this all day, every day. But we want to meet you in person. We want you to meet each other in person because it completely changes how you view your journey. It completely changes how you view other people's journeys. If somebody is a guest on a podcast, if someone's doing a live stream, if we're bringing in a student that has gotten accepted into PT school, you can only hear so much about their story on a video. But when you're able to sit down with them over lunch, when you're able to talk like with them in their room, if you guys are rooming together, when you're able to do that in person, you can look at them, you can see it. You're like, yo, this is not fake. This is real. This is what they're going through. I can do it too. But also, like I can pour into them as well. And we can trust each other. We can build a relationship that now, when we go back to going online, because we have our distances, some people live in California, some of y'all live in Michigan, which is where I'm from. Sorry, y'all, shoveling snow and stuff. Like, some of y'all in New York, some of y'all in here in Florida, Texas, out of the country. It doesn't really matter. When you meet somebody in person, it changes the game. So maybe you don't have somebody locally, other winners locally that you can meet up. If you do, find them. If there's people in this group that are close by, find them. Create meetups. Find these people. Find them. Find an opportunity to go out for dinner somewhere. Like, go to a game. Well, go somewhere where you can talk. Learn about each other. Grow to trust each other. Understand that what we are creating here is a lot more than just a vehicle for us to do a video and you guys to like and comment. No. This is a relationship that we're building with you. A relationship that we're building online in order to bring it offline. And that's why coming this year in 2019, as many of you as possible, we need to meet you. And there's a perfect place to do that. Somewhere with a lot of sunshine, somewhere with an amazing conference, that very same conference that did it for me. Smart Success PT Live. Donette, I remember, because I see Donette's on here, I remember the first night we were there, and let me actually charge this phone because it's about to die. And then I'm going to be telling the story, and then halfway through telling the story, y'all going to be like, oh, where'd he go? I remember seeing Donette and some of the other winners from the acceptance system the first night I was there. I think Donette, remind me. I think I was having a conversation with, it might have been Paul Goff. I might have been having a conversation with Paul Goff, Donette. And then all I see in the corner of my eye is like a group of like winning pre-PTs just kind of like peeking over, trying to see if I'd catch their attention. They're just being goofballs, but I saw them and I don't know if I can describe how hype I got. Like, it was surreal to me. It was surreal to me. I had never met them in person. I had spent a lot of time with Casey, pouring into them. We had, done a lot of videos. Yeah, see, Paul Goff. And so, like, we had poured into you guys so much, Donette. that like it was like my heart started beating because I was like, oh shoot, that's them. That's the students that we've been taking care of. And just to see the journeys that you guys had gone on at the time, Donette, just to see where you guys had started from, just to see the struggles that you had come with, to see you now come into an environment that had nurtured us, an environment that had nurtured this platform, this company, Pre-PT Grind, this movement to transform the entire game for pre-physical therapy students in physical therapy. It was surreal, you're right. And that's when I was like, yo, this is how it's supposed to be done. Because we use online, because right now online is the fastest way and biggest way for us to reach you. If we don't have online, then I'd have to be traveling from state to state, and that's just not realistic. I got a fiance, I'm getting married in, it was 6 months yesterday, but I told her today, I was like, nah, I gotta say it's 5 months and some change, just to make it sound sooner. But I'm super excited. Getting married in a few months, and so I got to take care of her. I got to take care of my people here. So online makes it easier. It makes it easier for Casey and I to serve you consistently, for our team to take care of you consistently. Whether it's here, whether it's our podcast and all, but in person, the game changes. The game changes. So I can tell you right now, that's where my life was changed. Donette can tell you right now, that's where her life was changed. Like, she's gone on to do some phenomenal things. You've already seen, if you missed her live stream that she did in this group with me a few weeks ago, go and find it. Go listen to her story. Go listen to her story. But seeing other winners in person changes the game. That's why we want you guys, the contest that we started last night to find who wants to meet us in person. I mean, we want all y'all to come through. We want all of you to come to SSPT Live. And I even have the link in this description if you want to see what it's all about. But we want you guys to come to SSPT Live, but we also know that we want to showcase our appreciation by giving it to free to one of you. That's why last night we came into this live stream. We said, yo, let's take care of one pre-PT really well. Really 3, but for that trip, it's 1. It's 1. And we said, for someone that is willing to show that they want to do exactly what it takes in terms of going back to the old school way, putting themselves around tons of other winners, and we know a lot of you want to do it. But someone that's willing to show that, oh, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, Shanahan. It's a complete game changer. And so that's why we're excited about it. And we want to meet you in person. We want to sit down with you in person. We want to go grab some food together in person so that we can your stories become more real in person. Like, Donette and I had a number of phone conversations and video calls and everything before meeting in person. But meeting in person changed it. It sped everything up. Our trust for each other sped up. Shanahan, you and I have already had a few conversations. When we meet in person, it's a wrap. And that's how it's supposed to be. So like we said last night, this entire pre-PT game is changing. How to get into PT school is changing. How to stand out is changing. All the things that you're being told by your school advisor as to how to stand out, oh wait, those are the things that worked 5 to 10 years ago. So if you're still using those things, remember, with time, everything just becomes commonplace. So that's what everybody's doing anyway. So if you really want to stand out, do the things that nobody else is willing to do. Put yourself in the situations that most people would not be willing to do because they don't understand what it's really going to do for them. What it's really going to do, not only for their track to get into PT school, but for their career as a whole. I had no idea what SSPT Live was going to do for me. I had absolutely no idea. What's up, Justin? I had absolutely no idea what SSPT Live was going to do for me. Honestly, I almost didn't go. Because I was like, man, why am I going to fly to Florida to be there for 24 hours and then come back? At that time, I was in San Antonio, Texas, doing a rotation. Come back to San Antonio. I mean, Greg Todd had to, hit me up and be like, yo, get your act together, Joseph. Let's go. And so I showed up. And it was that. It was my sister's ambition. All those things pushed me. But I realized, yo, once I meet these people in person, it's a wrap. Once I met F. Scott in person, that's what it takes. So going into 2019, that's what we want. We want to meet you guys in person. And that's also why we want you guys to go all in. When it comes to this 10-day challenge, go all in. This is not about, oh, this is fun, it's a cool trip. No. This is about to change the entire way you look at your whole journey, the entire way you look at the entire profession, the entire way you look at your entire career. If I did not go to that trip, if I did not go to Florida in 2017, here's where my life would be right now. One, I would not be working the job I work right now. Currently, at this moment, I'd probably be watching some kind of a Netflix movie because I like Netflix and I could watch movies all day. Like this weekend, my fiance and I were watching like Christmas movies. Like, yeah, I eat Christmas cookies and watch Christmas movies and drink hot chocolate with a little marshmallow and all. Like, yeah, I do that. Like, so I can do that all day. So I'd probably be doing that. It'd be great. It'd be great. I'd be chilling. Maybe I'd go work out. Who knows? So I'd be doing a lot, but I wouldn't be helping you. I wouldn't have even built up the courage to know how, I wouldn't have even known how to take care of you guys. Casey wouldn't have even known how to take care of y'all at a high level. How to be consistent, how to commit to people you've never even met yet. Y'all realize that? If you just joined this group like this week, we committed to you in early 2017. We hadn't even met yet. We still haven't really technically met. You've just seen some videos or whatever, or maybe this is your first video. We wouldn't have learned what a movement really looks like. We wouldn't have learned what it actually takes to push yourself so that you can change an entire game, into an entire profession. And that's what we're trying to do through you. But it took me seeing people who had actually done it in person. It took me seeing people who actually cared about the process in person. It's easy to see a video and be like, yo, this guy is like a fake. If you see enough videos, you'll know I'm not. But if you saw just one, it's easy to just be like, yo, this is a scam. This is we're giving you free content, so I don't know how that's really a scam. But it's easy to come up to conclusions when you don't have the opportunity to actually meet somebody. I can come up with conclusions myself, but until you meet somebody in person, the game's over. So coming in 2019, we would love to meet you. We would love to meet you at SSPT Live in Clearwater, Florida, the last weekend in May, 3 days of absolute fire. But also understanding that one of you has the opportunity to get all that handed to you for free. Flight, hotel, everything. And a few more things that we're currently working on that would be added to that same person. 2019. 2019 is the year. If you feel stuck as a pre-PT right now, 2019 is your year. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you don't know what else to do, 2019 is your year. If you feel like you have no idea what to do, like there's just walls all around you, 2019 is your year. But that's why we gotta buckle down on this 10-day challenge. We gotta buckle down because somebody is going to get this reward, of course, but even if you don't win it, I still want to meet you in 2019. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make that conference let's fill that conference with as many pre-PTs as we can. Let's show them what we are. It's a statement. It's a statement that we're making in physical therapy. That pre-PTs, the new generation of physical therapists, is completely coming in by force. Because the way the profession changes is not through someone that, through all the people that have been in the game for a long time. Some are winners, don't get me wrong. But most really have gotten comfortable with how they do things. It's up to you. It's up to you to say, yo, this is how we want to see the profession. I've always said it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. There are tons of people that came before us that pushed the profession to where it is now. The reason why we have sports PT, the reason why we have all these other special, somebody had to come through and say, yo, maybe PT can do that. Maybe PT can do this. Casey and I came in, said maybe PT can serve pre-PTs in this way. So we created pre-PT grind. But for you, what's it going to be? But we're never going to find out if you don't get into PT school. We're never going to find out if you don't have if you don't have the community that it takes, if you don't have the skills that it takes, if you don't have the know-how, which we are willing to provide for you. But we also know that meeting in person takes it up a completely different notch. So in 2019, understand that. Regardless of who wins this 10-day challenge, we still want to meet you. We still want to meet you. If that means taking what you're paying at Starbucks and just starting to save it, just so you can invest in the future of your, I mean, okay, cool. Like, that's up to you. Figure it out. But honestly, if we can meet in person, then it's game over. It's absolute game over. And that's it. That's it. That absolutely changed my life. It changed Casey's life. It's changed Donette's life. She's already said it here. And many others who have been on this live stream that were there before, either this year or the year before. But 2019 is our year. Let's freaking go. Y'all have a good one. Have a great rest of your evening. 10-day challenge. We have 9 days left after this. 9 days. If you have not heard what the 10-day challenge is, go to the video at the top of this page. It's worth $2,000. It's a package worth $2,000 being given to you for free. Enjoy.